Order. The question before the House is that vote 39, rural development and land reform, be agreed to. Are all members in the allocated seats? Voting will now commence. I think the Minister of Water and Sanitation is now making use of my voting station. I'll allow the Minister the time to go back to her seat. Minister, don't vote. Okay. Water has no boundaries. Order, honourable members. Those in favour of the vote being agreed to should press the yes button. Those against should press the no button. And those wishing to abstain should press the abstain button. Have all members voted?
Point of order. Chairperson, the rules of the House say that once a division is called and the doors are locked, all members in the House must vote. Now, either the Honourable Minister has not voted or she's pressed the CT Frolic button where she's sitting, and either way she's in violation of the rules of the House.
I'm sure the Minister has not pressed my button. The Minister... Order, honourable members, order. We're in a voting session. Chief Whip or Deputy Chief Whip, can you just explain why the Minister is not voting?
The Minister is one of those 4 that were appointed by the President that the Constitution allows. She can sit anywhere in the House. She does not vote.
Yes, that is order. That is correct. The Minister doesn't have a voting right in the House.
Honourable House Chair, well then, when you put the question of all members in the allocated seats, that's not the Minister's allocated seat.
Honourable,
she needs to be in her allocated seat.
Order, honourable members. Order, honourable members. We're in the voting session. I'm sure all members have now exercised their right to vote, and the voting session is closed. Order, honourable members. The result of the division is as follows. Those in favour 209, those against 87. There's no abstentions and the vote is accordingly agreed to. Honourable members, I now put vote number 40, Sport and Recreation South Africa. Are there any objections? Yes, there are objections. Order, honourable members. Order. Declarations of vote has been requested, and I now recognize the DA.
Thank you, Chairperson. We object to this budget in protest against the political leadership of the Minister. It is quite clear that the Minister does not take this portfolio seriously. He was never here last year during the oral questions. Cometh the hour, Ransom Balula. He has left again his seat. But at the very outset, this department has skewed priorities. It has only allocated 9.7 million for the sports infrastructure program, which equals to 1% of the total budget. This year, the Minister announced in his budget that boxing will return to the public broadcaster, but last week, a day before the date on which he had announced that it will return to the public broadcaster, the Minister classically pulled what we call a slicer tsotsi move and went on another overseas gallivanting crusade to avoid the bad news that this announcement was once again postponed. The Minister again indicated that he will revitalize boxing, but we have a situation wherein Boxing South Africa authorizes fights where boxers are not paid purse money. There is no indication or provision of training for boxing judges and boxing referees. The budget also makes no provision whatsoever for the professionalization of women's sport, particularly setting up professional structures for women football and rugby. The Minister is totally not serious about providing leadership in sport. His amateurish handling of boxing, of the 2010 World Cup bribery allegations, and his insatiable appetite for razzmatazz are a testament of this. It is time that if the ANC takes sports seriously, they find a new playground for the Minister where he can take pouting selfies and tweet about them. Until then, we will not support this budget. He's the wrong man with the wrong ideas in the wrong portfolio.
EFF. Well, we'd like to begin by welcoming the sports minister from the money country where he was wearing hip-hop chains. This is the former young lion who has now graduated to the money team of Floyd Mayweather. Unlike the Honorable Lulu Johnson, who is a young lion that graduated into a cat that now mews from the back benches. The EFF rejects this budget because it treats sports like a celebrity creation machinery as opposed to improving great sportsmanship in our country and on the ground. The department has not called...
Point of order.
Honorable Ndlozi. Honorable Chief Whip.
Honorable House Chair, we really do not want to continue on this vein of calling each other animals. Really? You can't call Honorable Johnson a cat.
Are we snakes?
Honorable Ndlozi, indeed, I think the order is sustained.
Honorable Chairperson, I said,
Ndlozi,
like Oliver Tambo said.
Honorable Ndlozi, please don't.
Honorable Chairperson, I've not called anybody a cat.
No,
Honorable, please check the Hansard. I've not called anybody a cat.
Honorable Ndlozi.
Usakhumbula inyoka. Usakhumbula bekade kuwena lana. Wakhona babiza ukuthi khona inyoka ngapha.
I'm still
Wagcina wathi wena lento uzoyilungisa.
Honorable
Ake uzama ukulungisa ntokazi ngoba sihlalo lapha ngaphambili.
Honorable Mama.
Akufanele uqala into egcinene ezokuhlula. Yingakho ngithe asihlonipheni ngiyabonga.
Thank you Mam Khawula. Ngisazoyilungisa leyo ndaba ngoba ngithembisile. Namanje ngithembisile. Kodwa Tate Ndlozi that order is sustained. You said Honorable Lulu Johnson is the cat that mews from the back benches, directly referring to Honorable Lulu Johnson.
Honorable,
so please just withdraw
Honorable
that
Chairperson,
remark.
I want you to advise you to check the Hansard. I'm going to repeat. No. I said, unlike Honorable Lulu Johnson, who is a young lion, if they're disputing young lion, it's fine. That graduated into a cat that mews from the back benches of the ANC.
Yes, thank you very much. That's what you said, and I agree with you. And
no, if he can be a young lion, why can't he be a cat?
No. Honorable member.
Because these are similes, these are idioms, speeches.
We know that you have said that. Please withdraw that line.
Honorable Chairperson, please. Now I'm not going to withdraw. If we can say people are young lions, we can say people are cats.
No.
If we can say they are young lions, we can say they are cats. Honorable Lulu Johnson is a young lion who graduated into a cat that now mews from the back benches of the ANC.
Honorable Ndlozi, please.
I'm not going to withdraw.
No, please withdraw.
I'm not going to withdraw a cat. If I can withdraw, if he can accept the young lion, including the chief whip, he can accept a cat.
No. You said the
cat
all animals, that mews. Please.
Cat, lion, everything is an animal there. So I'm not going to withdraw. Let's decide to move on, Honorable Chairperson.
Honorable Ndlozi, I think you have heard the chief whip. The chief whip's point of order is that, Honorable Ndlozi, the chief whip's point of order is that you are comparing this member to an animal.
Yes.
He never even talked about that. So both the animals that you have mentioned, saying that Honorable Lulu is those animals, please withdraw the whole statement then.
Order, Chair.
Please sit. Honorable...
do you understand the slogan of the ANC Youth League that says, "Raw, lang yon, raw"? Unless if the Youth League can dispute that, so he can withdraw.
This is a house, this is not a rally, Honorable Maxson. This is not a rally of the ANC. Those are attributed towards Honorable Lulu Johnson, and Lulu Johnson is not that animal. He's not a lion, he's not a cat. Please withdraw.
It's a cat.
Please withdraw. Stand and please withdraw.
No, Honorable Chair, I've already indicated that if people can accept young lion, they can accept cats.
I'm not talking about the...
And Honorable Lulu Johnson is a graduated cat that now mews from the back benches of the
Honorable Ndlozi, no, please.
Honorable House Chairperson, on a point of order.
Point of order. I was first.
Okay, honorable members, let me recognize the point of orders. Honorable Steenhuisen.
House Chair, again, this for the second time this evening, must point out the inconsistency from the Chair. You allowed the Honorable Machecha to stand here and call us snakes.
Honorable
and
member.
He was told, no, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out later. As soon as a member of the opposition says anything that they find mildly irritating, we have to withdraw immediately.
Thank you, Honorable.
If you're going to make rulings to this House, you must be consistent.
I am very consistent, and I said that. Honorable Freestars, please. I said that, honorable member, because I did not hear it well, and I said I'm going to come back. This one is very clear, and I can respond now. I can. I'm not going to take your tune. I can respond now. Honorable Shibambu.
No, Chair, I wanted to advise you so that we proceed that can you reserve that withdrawal command until you have ruled on the one of snakes, and then we can then deal with it. We will determine whether. But the point which is being made here is that Lulu Johnson is insignificant. I mean, it's irrelevant. That point has been driven. So let us rule on that issue which is outstanding, and then you can rule on this. You can't withdraw because it's inconsistent.
Honorable Shibambu, thank you. Sit down. You've made your point.
If we just go and withdraw things which you fail to ask the other member to withdraw them.
Honorable Shibambu, please sit down. Honorable Shibambu, this I heard very well. I don't need to be advised on it. And I'm going to insist that Honorable Ndlozi withdraws now. Honorable Ndlozi, can you please allow us to continue by withdrawing what you have said?
With all due respect, Honorable Chairperson, I am not convinced. I'm not going to withdraw. The Honorable Lulu Johnson is a young lion that graduated into a cat that now mews from the backbenches of the ANC.
Honorable
House Chairperson.
Deputy Chief Whip.
Thank you, Honorable House Chairperson. I think as the Chief Whips, we agreed in the Chief Whips Forum that we are not going to allow the House to degenerate into what it has tended to be now. So I think our behavior should be exceptional and be commendable. But the way we are carrying on in this House is the whips that are degenerating this House. So I'm pleading with the whippery of all parties, let's stick to what we agreed upon to make sure that we continue with the business of this day uninterrupted. The House Chairperson is going to make the rulings after these votes and schedules. Can we allow that to happen, please?
Honorable Ndlozi, I still repeat, the point of order raised by the Honorable Chief Whip of the majority party, order, honorable members, is that you referred to Honorable Johnson as an animal. And I say that I have heard, and the point of order really is correct. And I ask you to withdraw those statements that are saying that.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. With all due respect to even the political work that the whippery does, we repeat, if people can be young lions, they can be cats. I'm not withdrawing.
Oh, you are not withdrawing.
Honorable
I'm not
member.
withdrawing that. There is a
Honorable
precedence
member.
in this house, Honorable Chairperson. It has been brought to attention over and over again, but you want to bully me. Even
know.
through political decisions, everybody's appealing to my conscience and my logic. The whole house is standing when it should have stood earlier on the snake references. Honorable Luli Johnson is a young lion that graduated into a cat that now mews from the backbenches of the
Can we respect one another? Honorable Lulu Johnson, who's speaking from where?
Point of order, Chair.
Honorable
Point of order,
Johnson.
Chair. Chair.
What I would have loved you to do, Chair, is to allow the rapist to continue.
Point of order, Chair. Point of order, Chair. Can you
On a
speak?
point of order,
I got you,
Chairperson.
Chief.
Chair.
Chairperson. On a point of order.
like that.
On a point of order.
Honorable Shibambo.
I'm standing up to tell that small boy, Lulu Johnson, to withdraw what he just said now. You must not undermine people here and just speak like that. I will never respect Lulu. I will never call him an honorable. How can you stand up and degenerate like that? We're not your children. You failed your political career. You couldn't be elected anywhere. Now you come here and try to revive your political career by just insulting people. You must not act like that, man. We can't be taken for granted by boys. Young boys who don't know anything.
Honorable Shibambo, please sit. Honorable Mata, I have been asked.
Can I assist you, Chair?
No. There's no assistance that I need at this instance.
You need help.
I'm going to assist the House. No, honorable
help,
members. I asked to
Chair.
let's not degenerate. Now it has gone beyond me. And I'm
it's your
going to, okay, Honorable
started
Mbata,
this.
please wait. We are going to take 3 minutes and suspend and Honorable Ndlozi, just hold it because I've been asked by the table that they have to talk about this. Thank you. Sit down.
I must sit here.
Yeah, you can.
From cats to rapists.
The whips are asked.
Bloody rapist.
The whips. Honorable Ndlozi, you may take your seat. The whips are asked.
Sit down, rapist.
Who's speaking? Honorable members, please, I beg you. I beg you, honorable members, please. Honorable whips, you are being requested to move through this door. Whips of parties.
I get bottled water?
Honorable members, please be seated. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, I've been advised that the ruling that I promised to make earlier, I should do now. Honorable members, earlier I indicated that I will come back with a ruling on the remarks by Honorable Motshekga, as well as subsequent remarks by other members on his remarks. I also promised to revert to the House on the remarks by Honorable Khadebe. I took both actions following on various points of order by members. Honorable members, it is in this House that we come together to debate our political differences. It is indeed in this House that we function as an open forum where all voices have the right to be heard and afforded dignity. It is expected of us to engage in debate without resorting to verbally abusing one another. When this happens, we are no longer engaged in a meaningful debate, which is the very rationale for the existence of this House. We also have a responsibility to make a contribution towards nation building, which includes working towards a non-racial and tolerant society, especially in light of our divided past. Firstly, may I ask Honorable Motshekga to stand? Honorable Motshekga, I have consulted Hansard, and the words that you used were, those noises about people being puppets are actually screams of dying snakes. From the context of the deliberation, it would seem that these words were a reflection on what had been said previously by other honorable members. These words, when used in reference to members, are derogatory and intended to give offense. I must therefore ask the Honorable Motshekga to withdraw them.
It is with great pleasure that I withdraw unconditionally to set a good example for this honorable House.
Thank you, Honorable Motshekga. Secondly, may I ask Honorable Shibambu to stand? Honorable members, order. Honorable Shibambu, you then proceeded to call the Honorable Motshekga a dying snake. This is also unacceptable, and it was intended also to give offense and be derogatory in response to the words used earlier. Will you please withdraw the remark?
Chair, I withdraw for calling Matole a dead snake.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Order, honorable members.
Honorable House Chairperson, Honorable Shibambu should address the Honorable Motshekga as Honorable Motshekga.
Okay.
Please.
I didn't get that. Honorable, I think the point of order is sustained. Honorable Shibambu, will you please refer to Honorable Motshekga as Honorable Motshekga?
I withdraw on calling Mr. Matole.
Honorable, please.
Snake. No. There's no rule that says you must call a person honorable. It says you cannot refer. You can't, there's no such a rule that says that here.
Honorable
We have dealt with that
Shibambu.
question a long time ago. There's no rule that compels us to call. I can't call a person who's not honorable. There's no rule that says that in this parliament. It says you can refer them with the title, and I'm saying we're withdrawing on calling Mr. Matole a dead snake. Every time when we speak there, we say Mr. Zuma, Mr. this, and everything else.
Thank you very much, Honorable Honorable Shibambu. The Honorable Shibambu has withdrawn, and the issue of the Honorable will look into. Let's proceed. Lastly, Honorable members. Lastly, Honorable members, a point of order was taken on the remarks of the Honorable Khadebe when he said, really, Chairperson, are we allowed to read newspapers in the House, in particular when the African speakers are speaking, and then when they are wise, they are put down? Honorable Khadebe, please stand. Your remark has a clear undertone of racial stereotyping. The implication is that certain members are engaged in a form of racist behavior and only give import to speeches of members of certain race. These remarks are unparliamentary. I therefore ask you to withdraw the remarks.
Honorable Chairperson, I withdraw unconditionally.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable members, indeed, as indicated also by the other presiding officer, the fact that you do not agree with a ruling or you believe that the words used by another member are unparliamentary does not give you the right also to use unparliamentary language or to make threats that have the effect of creating disorder in the House. We cannot conduct business like that. In this regard, the whips have an important duty not only to ensure the discipline of their own members, but to also assist in being vigilant in protecting the dignity and the decorum of the House. Having said that, Honorable Ndlozi, please stand. Honorable Ndlozi, I'm going to ask you to withdraw to the reference that you have made to Honorable Johnson, likening him to an animal. Please withdraw.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I withdraw referring to the Honorable Lulu Johnson as a former lion, young lion, or a cat, or a person who is a cat that mews from the benches of the ANC.
Thank you very much. Having said so, can I ask Honorable Johnson to please stand? Honorable Johnson, I can't even repeat. Honorable Johnson, the words that you uttered as you took a point of order are unparliamentary. Will you please withdraw?
I withdraw, Chairperson, unconditionally.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, we now continue. You still have your 1 minute, 21 seconds.
The department has not called any big conferences to announce how many millions of our people will have access to gyms, quality soccer, rugby, or even athletics fields in the rural areas, township, and other areas where the poor live. There is no demonstration if the commitment to have sports awards that are self-funding will be a success in any near future. We reject this budget and make a call that FIFA bribes must be investigated with the full support of this government and this parliament. The celebrity-hungry minister must calm down and accept that nothing is more embarrassing than an aspirant gangster hip-hop rap artist minister who is on a paraffin speed defending mafia bribes for world sports events. The minister must stop commenting about things he knows nothing about and allow an investigation into FIFA bribes to go undisrupted.
We
reject this budget.
Chair, what was the purpose of this exercise? When he turns around 2 minutes later, he calls the minister against her.
Honorable Chief Whip, why are you rising?
A point of order, Chairperson.
But why do you stand up?
No, Honorable Shivambu, I will recognize you. I will recognize you after I've recognized the Chief Whip. Order.
This is his house here.
Order. Honorable Shivambu, will you take your seat? Honorable Chief Whip, why are you rising?
I'm rising on a point of order.
What is the point of order, Honorable Chief Whip?
I'm asking the question. What was this exercise all about when the member on the podium calls the minister right now a gangster? How can it be?
Honorable member.
I don't understand.
Honorable member, did you call the Honorable Minister a gangster?
No.
No, you speak on I want to...
No, I did not. I don't
You
think
say you did not. May I ask the table staff to immediately check what the Honorable member
let's
said
check later.
and inform us?
We reject this budget as the economic freedom fighters because we believe that the legacy of Young Lions of Oliver Tambo must be carried with pride, and that sports must not become only the promotion and concentration of elite sportsmanship. There must be access by millions and millions of our people on the ground, particularly in the schools, the rural areas, from the young people to the old, so that they do not come and sleep in parliament, but they are healthy, supported by proper recreational facilities. Thank you very much.
The IFP. May I also ask the table staff just to pay attention to the clock. You are not resetting it when you're supposed to do it.
Honorable House Chairperson, the recently FIFA scandal which embroiled South Africa in $10 million corrupted deal to secure 2010 FIFA World Cup is just a part of the problem which we need to address if we are to take positive step toward transformation of sport in this country. We suggest as an IFP that a judicial commission of inquiry be established, and that this scandal and the roles and involvement of many key players such as former Minister Ubaba Uskwale, Minister Ubabu Hatebe, AU Commissioner Umama Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, former President Ubaba Thabo Mbeki, Ubaba ophethe ibhola ku-Orlando Pirates u-Ivan Khoza, ubaba uMolif Oliphant, ukuze ubaba uDe Klerk ukuze igama likababa uMandela likwazi ukugezeka, ngoba ngalesikhathi kuyiwa ku-World Cup ngo-2010 bamlanda engaphilile wahamba waya ku-World Cup. Manje mase kuvela izinto ezinjengalezi zichaza ukuthi kuzofanele ukuthi njengaba South Africans kugezeke igama lakhe. In South Africa we have not even a nation sport academy. We have rural schools and areas without adequate sport equipment. We have continually below bar transformation of sport in this country and a severe constrained budget. Minister, we once again call on you to prioritize sport transformation and capacitation at rural and school level. Without this, you will not see proper transformation in sport. It will remain nothing but a vain pipe dream. I thank you.
Go.
Thank you, Chairperson. Can we have the truth, the whole truth, with less razzmatazz? Who was responsible for manipulating our cricket world ticket team, and who agreed to the soccer World Cup bribe? Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Northwest, and Northern Cape do not feature in major sports codes. The Eastern Cape is half in and half out. After 21 years, there is no geographical equity. COPE urges the minister to convene a national summit to find creative ways and feasible ways to enable schools, communities, sports federations to use our stadia to the fullest. Unused, they constitute a dead burden. When we watch a European team play, for an example, Barcelona, we find as many as 82,000 spectators packing themselves into the stadium. The potential of sports for social cohesion, nation building, and the quality of life is enormous. The struggle to bring people together must continue. The use of quotas is an intrusive instrument. Proactive scouting for talent and sending young players to a regional sport academy is the way to go. Finally, there is this FIFA issue that hangs, Minister, through your chair, over our heads, the 10 million.
Honourable Member, your time is
thing.
expired. Thank you.
That's a major problem, and we can't in any way support this.
The UDM. No, Honourable Madisha, your time has expired. You can't just walk and grab a mic to think you're going to address the House again. It doesn't work like that. Continue, Honourable Member.
Thank you, Chairperson and Honourable Ministers. I'll use this opportunity to urge black-owned businesses to support sport in rand terms. There are so many millionaires that have been created in the last couple of decades, and we don't see them supporting sport. Transformation, Honourable Minister, appears to be moving rather too slowly to translate to societal cohesion. These people could very well meet on the field of play and at camp, but we find that immediately after the match, they don't belong to one another. It just does not exist. Just to finish off on this FIFA scandal that is engulfing the country and indeed the world of soccer, I have got a suggestion here to you, Honourable Minister. And the purpose of the suggestion is to make sure that we send a clear message to the world to say, as government, we were not part of this as it has transpired ultimately. Suggest you make a trip to Trinidad. When you get there, you look for a man by the name of Jack Warner. Tell him that we say he should please pay back the balance of whatever remains of the $10 billion. If he can prove to you that he used a portion of it, and I'm serious, for the development which was intended by our government, then that money, I can tell you, we need it in Tanga, where I was born in Butterworth. They need it in Tohoyandu. Through that step, you will have made a statement to say, government never meant that money to be used by Jack Warner the way it was. I hope you will take this seriously. I'm not being naughty here, but if you make that call, the world will know that South African government never meant the money.
Honourable Member, your time is now expired. The NFP, are you making a declaration on this? NFP, no. The ANC? The ANC, is their declaration?
Thank you, Chairperson. African National Congress, which is popularly known as Congress of the People, Ukongolose, an organization which is forward-looking because it cares for the people of South Africa, has a plan which is called the National Sports and Recreation Plan. This plan has a buy-in of federation in the country, big and small. They all have committed themselves to support this plan. And I'm talking about rugby, cricket, soccer, hockey, tennis, all of them. The cabinet have also adopted this plan because the plan seeks to address the issue of transformation in this country. Now, the transformation that we are talking about, it is to redress the imbalances that were created by some of African in my left. This is the mess that we are trying to correct because the imbalances. Chairperson, I'm saying we are trying to address the issue of transformation in this country because transformation is good because it is going to make sure that people of this country who were previously disadvantaged are able to take place, are able to participate in sports of all codes. Chairperson, let me address this issue once and for all. We spoke about this yesterday, and we want to remain steadfast that we told the opposition that bribery case is currently under investigation, that there is one person in South Africa which is indicted, that we do not know who that person is.
Honourable Member, your time has unfortunately expired.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you.
African National Congress support this budget. Aman.
Thank you. Order, honourable members. Since there have been objections, I will now ask the question.
On a point of information,
no, there's no such thing of information.
Says he does not
Honourable
know who's being indicted by FIFA. I want to tell him that is the part-time mayor of Port Elizabeth, Dennis Jordan, who's
Honourable
soon by FIFA.
I have not recognized you as a point of information. I've said there were objections, honourable members, and I'll put the question. Those in favour will say aye. Those against will say no. I think the ayes have it.
Honourable Chairperson, we call for a division.
A division hasn't been called for. The bells will be rung for 30 seconds. Order, honourable members. Order. The question before the House is that vote number 40, Sport and Recreation South Africa, be agreed to. Are all members in their allocated seats? Voting will now commence. Those in favour of the vote being agreed to should press the yes button. Those against should press the no button. And those wishing to abstain should press the abstain button. Have all members voted? The voting session is now closed. Honourable members, the result of the division is as follows. Those in favour 212, those against 81. There are no abstentions and the vote is accordingly agreed to. The Secretary will read the last order of the day.
Second reading debate, appropriation bill.
As there is no list of speakers, are there any objections to the bill being read a second time? There are objections, I'll put the question. Those in favour will say aye. Those against will say no. The ayes have it.
Don't forget the schedule. Don't forget the schedule.
Where is it? Honourable members, the Secretary will read the bill a second time.
Appropriation bill.
The bill will be sent to the National Council of Provinces for concurrence. Yes, Honourable Member?
Sorry, I was standing to call a division on the bill.
On the schedule?
On the schedule, yeah.
On the schedule or on the bill?
No, on the bill itself.
On the bill?
Yeah, which we're doing a second reading.
Okay. Honourable Members, let's just revert back to the schedule. Let's revert to the schedule before we entertain the order, Honourable Members. The decision on each of the 40 votes having been completed, I will put first the schedule as a whole. Are there any objections to the schedule? No objections, agreed to. The Secretary will now read the last order of the day.
Second reading debate, appropriation bill.
As there is no list of speakers, are there any objections to the bill being read a second time? There are objections. Those in favor will say aye. And those against will say no. I think the ayes have it.
House Chair, the DA calls for a division.
A division having been called for, the bells will be rung for 30 seconds. Order, honourable members. Order. The question before the House is that the appropriation bill be agreed to. Are all members in their allocated seats? Voting will now commence. Those in favour of the appropriation bill being read should press the yes button. Those against should press the no button. And those wishing to abstain should press the abstain button. Have all members voted? The voting session is now closed. Order, honourable members. The result of the division is as follows. Those in favour 212, those against 82, and there are no abstentions. The bill is just agreed to. The Secretary will read the bill a second time.
Appropriation bill.
The bill will be sent to the National Council of Provinces for concurrence. Honourable members, order. This announcement is directed to members of the Program Committee. The meeting will start at 9 o'clock later this morning, not at 8:30. That concludes the business for the day and the House is adjourned.